Hello guys, my name is Malvin Owor, and in this particular tutorial I'm going to share with you how to insert data into an SQL database. So I've created a project called tutorials, and in this particular folder called tutorial we are having a subfolder called PHP, which is having a file called insert.php. This particular file we are going to use it for inserting data into SQL database, and we are also having an index file called index.php. So this particular file is having an HTML form which is having two input fields plus a button. So let me just give you a preview of this. So this is the preview of my form, and again I'm assuming that you are already having a local host or a local server installed in your machine. Right now I'm using a local host called XAMPP. So I have created a database called tutorials, and in this particular database I'm giving a table called test, which is having these two columns. It's having the name and phone column. So I'm just going to delete this data to ensure that the table is empty. Let me just delete this to ensure the table is empty. Yeah, so we are having name and phone column. So right now the table is empty. So I'm going to write a PHP file for inserting the data. So I'm going to start by writing the PHP tags. So first and foremost, I'm going to make a connection to the database. I'm using localhost host name, username is root. I didn't use any password, so if you are not using any password, leave it as that. So my database name is called tutorials. So I'm going to initialize the variables. So we are going to use post method, but before that I want to ensure that when this particular user presses the submit button is when the form is being submitted. So I'm going to write an if statement if the button is set, which I'm also still using post method, and the button name is submit name. Submit name. If the button is pressed, let it do the following. So I'm going to create a variable for that particular name field. I'm still using post method, so I named it as name. Field for name, I named it as name, and I'm going to do the same for phone. I also name it as phone, so you can check it here. Let me check it. So for name it is name, for phone is phone. So I'm going to write an SQL statement for insertion. Insert into the table name is called test, and it's having two columns. The ID, we said it is auto increment, so we are not going to include it here. So we are having name and phone column. Values will be matching this. The following will be matching this one. This one will be our values. So the first one, the name must match the name. So be careful not to interchange. Instead of writing name, you are writing a phone number. So it may put the wrong information at the wrong place. So I'm going to, it will be against name, and the phone against phone. So I'm just going to write an if statement to say check if the result. Before that, I'm going to query it. I'm writing a query. It will be result will be equal to this connection which we made here, this one, then query include this SQL. So I'm checking this SQL here. I'm checking it. If result is true, then I want it to echo sent successful, else echo failed. So I'm just going to include this particular file in here. I'm just going to include it here. Include PHP. And the file is in the folder called PHP, and it is called insert.php. So let me go and refresh and see whether it's working. So let me try writing something. So let me submit. You can see the form has been submitted successfully. Let's check from the database whether it has been submitted. So if I refresh it, you can see the information is here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you will also get to watch the next video, which I'm going to show you how to now fetch this particular data which we've sent into the SQL database. So thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe and hit the notification icon to get related video, and thank you.